Excuse me, is this Gregory? I need to talk to you about something. Has there been some kind of mistake made or something? I'm really confused as to how this happened. So I did a little investigating into where I was to be seated, and, well, by the looks of it, there's been no seat reserved for me, so what's going on here?
I'm sorry, but who is this that I'm speaking to? I don't seem to have any contact information on my phone, so could you please state who you are?
Oh, I'm surprised my son hasn't given you any of my contact details yet. Well, I'm Edith, and I'm Jack's mother. I came with my son to meet you and talk about the wedding.
Okay. I see who you are now. Wait, now that I think about it, I guess my daughter Kim may have mentioned something about you. To be honest, it slipped my mind.
Okay, well, I heard that today's dinner party will include the parents from both sides of the family. I'm assuming that you're the one who made the reservation, correct?
Yes I am. I did make the reservation for the dinner party. Well, originally, when this was all planned out, we didn't have an available seat for you.
Huh? What do you mean there's no seat for me? Did something happen with the reservation? Has it changed? Can't you just add another seat to the table? I tried talking to Kim about it, and she seemed also confused by the whole thing. What's going on here, Gregory? Why is there no seat for me?
Well, to be honest, the reason why is because it would be a waste of space to have an available chair for you, Edith. You wouldn't really fit into a restaurant like this. Poor people who are single parents probably don't like the taste of high-class French cuisine. Anyway, so we left you off the reservation. We're the ones who want to have a lot of fun and actually enjoy ourselves. We don't want a single old hag leaving to go home by herself. It's not a good look.
Excuse me? Where has this talk come from? What's that supposed to mean, Gregory? Do you really think I don't have taste? You hardly know me. Wow, you've got a whole list of ways to insult people who are poor and single. You know, that's not always a correlation, Gregory. How dare you say that kind of thing?
But isn't it only natural to assume this type of thing, Edith? Come on, you understand, right? We all know that you're just trying to get your son to marry into money.
Well, you must have a really short-term memory, Gregory, because I never said anything about being poor. I've got a job, so money's not an issue for me. You're making assumptions before you've gotten to know me, Gregory. On what basis is this judgment made exactly? I want to know why you're talking to me like this.
Are you really trying to one-up me right now? What kind of woman are you? Don't even try to show off when you're a single mother with nothing to show for it. Once your son marries into this family and is gone, you'll be in even more financial trouble since you'll have no breadwinner. It's like you're a parasite, sucking everything from people. That's why I've been trying to make you realize why I've taken you off the reservation. We don't need you hanging around us begging for money.
How could you say something so cruel as that when you've not met me or know anything about me to base your accusations on? It's beyond ridiculous. In that case, if you're not going to reserve a spot for me at this dinner party, then my son will be coming home with me since his mother is being treated poorly by his new family.
Are you kidding me right now? Don't you know how immature that is? Don't even think about doing something so selfish. He's marrying my daughter soon. You do realize that you're going to ruin everything if you intend to do something like this, right? You're the only one who gets in the way of our plans.
Wait a minute, what? What the heck is that supposed to mean, Gregory? How am I getting in the way when you're the one sabotaging the chances to form a bond?
Form a bond with a poor woman? Ha! Don't make me laugh. You know that your son got a job at some company, and I could take that opportunity away from him pretty easily. I guess I'll see how everything goes today, then. For my own convenience, I'd prefer to not have anything to do with you for my reputation's sake.
Well, you're nothing but a selfish and rude old man that has no manners. You do know that children aren't tools to play around with, right?
Well, poor people are like tools. I can easily do whatever I like with them since they're so easy to control. As long as I can get a child out of this, it's fine. I haven't heard your opinion on this, and I don't want to hear it either, since you sound super judgmental anyways. Stay out of my way, Edith.
What the heck does that mean? You want to adopt my son into your family? On what grounds? This is the first time I'm hearing anything about this. But I heard that Kim has an older brother, so I don't know why you'd want to have my son instead. It makes no sense at all. I really don't understand what you're up to.
Oh, shut up, you silly old hag. Of course you've got no idea what's going on, because I'm trying to not involve you. You're no better than some stranger off the street to us. This is an issue that I'll be dealing with myself, so in our best interests of making this entire thing work, you ought to not interfere with this, all right?
An outsider? Did you seriously just call me that, Gregory? This is outrageous. I am no outsider. I'm Jack's mom. You're just saying that because it's more convenient for you to understand. I can't believe how far you're taking this, basically ripping my son out of my hands. Ugh. This isn't even worth talking about right now, though. Fine, if this is how you're going to play, so be it. I guess I'll go home by myself tomorrow, and my son is not to come with me, if that's what you want, Gregory.
You need to hurry up and get out of my sight. Just having to look at you makes me feel poor myself. You're such a poor old hag, Edith. Don't come near me. But you know what's a real shame in all of this? That you couldn't have any of the free food that you wanted. Such a real shame that is.
Hi, Edith, are you there? I'm sorry to message you so late at night. I just needed to talk to you. I just wanted to say how sorry I am about what happened. I really don't know how to apologize for something like this. I didn't think my father could be this terrible. He's being really insensitive right now. Oh, hi there, Kim, sweetie. It's all right. It can't be helped what happened. Also, you had no idea what was going on either, so I don't blame you at all. Yes, I guess that's true, but still, even if I just had an inkling when it came to what was going on, I could have done something about it. I feel terrible right now. So I checked in with the restaurant, and everything was decided from the moment the call was made about the reservation. It was all left up to my father, but I should have checked in with him to make sure everything was sorted properly. It was my responsibility to do that, and I did it really poorly. Hey, it's okay, Kim. There's really no need to apologize for that at all. You've not done anything bad, so don't take it too much to heart, sweetie. But what is true about this is that we can't overlook what your father has done. By excluding me from these sorts of events, also I heard back from my son. By the looks of it, it sounds like the engagement has been called off since your father and I had that last chat. I can't believe what's going on here. Yes, it seems that way, and I don't know what to do about it. He's been flip-flopping so much lately, and it's so infuriating. My father really didn't approve of this marriage, and I don't get why. He said that it would all lead to trouble if things were approved as they were. It's weird. Also, when he said he wanted to adopt his son-in-law, it was the first time I was hearing this. But I guess he must have changed his mind about things. It's just strange, and my father is just acting so weird. It seems as if I'm the only one now making sense, but what on earth is going on? I don't get it at all. Was there anything else said about this? Did your father mention me or anything else about Jack? My father told me from now on he should be the one who takes control over the person I want to marry, that it should be his choice. Oh my God, what kind of backward views does your father have? What era is he living in, the 1920s or something? This is bogus. You should marry whoever you like. Things have been like this for a long time, Edith. My father decides everything for me. For example, he chose what schools I go to and even where I work in the future. I've never had the courage to say no or go against any of his wishes, so it's been really hard for me to live a happy life. His words always have a forced meaning to it. Oh my God, is that really true? I can't believe he'd treat his daughter like this when he should be giving you a lot more freedom to decide your life. Parents shouldn't be deciding on who their child marries or anything else for that matter, so does this mean you're going to give up on marrying my son, Kim? Well, about that, I really hate what my father is doing to you, to Jack, and to me. I I really don't want to give up at all, but it'll only cause more trouble for us. Well, sweetie, if you take a step back, then you'll never be able to move forward. I really don't think anyone, especially Jack, wants that for you, right? I can tell that your intentions are very clear, okay? You do need to put your feelings first, especially before your father's. He shouldn't be allowed to control who you marry. I can tell that you still care a lot about my son and that you love him deeply. You both love each other very much, and it's so lovely to see that every day. I suppose you're kind of keeping a low profile when it comes to talking to Jack, right? You're worried about sending him a message, I assume? Yes, I want to talk to Jack, but I'm worried about getting caught or my father trying to push him away more from me. Edith, I really want to marry Jack. There's no doubt about it. I didn't think so, my dear. If this is what you're wanting, I'll respect your wishes and help you out as much as I can. Wow, it's like I'm seeing my old self and I can't let go. Hello there again, Gregory. Good evening. I thought that I might message you again to say thank you very much for the little chat that we had the other day.
Huh? What the heck are you talking about? What are you thanking me for? Are you seriously trying to butter me up right now? Ugh, you're such a stupid woman. Let me guess. You're really frustrated that I didn't choose your son Jack to marry my daughter. Is that it? Ugh. This is why poor people are so despicable.
Well, I guess things are still the same then. You're still treating me like I'm nothing but a poor person when you don't even know me or the life I live. Anyway, in regards to the engagement meeting, it seems like a lot of things happened after I left. My son told me that you said he's a child of a lowly, poor woman, after all. I also heard that you cursed a lot at him as well, even though he's trying to get to know you and get along with you. Have you lost your mind, Gregory?
What's that got to do with you? You had already left, and I'm allowed to say whatever I want to people that are like him. I'm just speaking the truth. What's wrong with that? I'll tell you something. I'm disappointed in my daughter's lack of judgment when it comes to people. I told her to not get involved with him anymore. I said to her that the poor people need to stay in their own class so that nothing bad happens to her in the future. I'm just doing the right thing by my daughter.
You know, from a well-educated man like you, Gregory, I'm surprised you can use such vulgar language towards different types of people. Let me ask you one last thing, Gregory. Do you have any intention of apologizing for what you said to me at all? It really would make things better if you did.
You want an apology? What on earth for? There's absolutely no reason for me to do that in the first place. I'm allowed to have my opinion about your kind. The only good thing to come out of this is that I'll never have to see either you or Jack ever again. And of course, there'll be no further talk of the engagement.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm not surprised, considering you probably never apologized to someone in your life. Even if you regret what you said, you still wouldn't say sorry to me?
There's no way that I would regret saying anything to some poor old hag like you, Edith. If you don't watch what you say to me right now, you'll end up in deep trouble, okay?
Oh, well, I should have expected that response from you. It seems that you think very highly of yourself. You must come from a wonderful family.
Why, of course I do. That's why I'm in such a higher class than you, Edith. I'm the head of a major corporation, after all. There are plans for a higher salary and more promotions in my future, so you better watch me rise, you old hag. A man with such a promising future is what the world needs. I'll have so much power in my industry that I can just do whatever I want to people and say whatever I like without anyone saying anything in disagreement. Aren't I impeccable?
Okay, so may I ask you a few questions then, so that I can bring you back down to earth again? So, have you ever respected your daughter's wishes? Do you know what kind of worldview she has? Do you actually know what she's thinking all the time? And do you think it's the same as you, Gregory?
Look, I don't care what she really thinks. I'm her father and I can control her how I like, Edith. She's a pretty cute kid, but she doesn't have that much academic ability, in my opinion. That's why I always need to guide her on the right paths in life to make sure that she stays in the right class status. It's just common sense, right?
Well, if you think so, Gregory, sure, but most of the world doesn't see it that way. I feel like that is a really biased type of common sense. You think you're the perfect father, don't you?
Wow, it's about time that you realized that, Edith. Did you finally understand after listening to my side of things so far? You're so poor, so that's why you're so dumb.
No, I'm not dumb at all, Gregory. You are very much wrong about that part of me. I'm actually quite smart. You know, I doubt that you're a perfect father to Kim. Okay, if you're so perfect, then why would a so-called perfect father do something like this? I really don't know how you're going to get yourself out of this one.
Hey, what the heck is that? What is that photo? Why would you have a photo like this for? Are you watching my every move or something, you strange woman?
You're quite the one with the younger ladies, aren't you, Gregory? Getting nice and friendly with them, huh? I couldn't believe when I saw it at first. It must have been a very intimate relationship that you're having if you're both going to some hotel together so you can be away from prying eyes, right?
How do you not know if that photo's been photoshopped or something? I bet you did this yourself so that you'd make me look bad. You're such an amateur.
You can think whatever you like, Gregory, but it's definitely not photoshopped. This is Ella Smith, and she's 28 years old. Such a cute little thing she is, too. From the information I got on her, it seems that she works at the same company as you do, Gregory. Wow, she really is a beautiful lady. I see why you picked her.
What has any of this got to do with you? Why are you looking into the woman that works at the same company as me for? Why are you being so nosy?
Oh my goodness, would you look at that? There are so many beautiful women working at the entrance to your company. Isn't that a nice surprise? It must be so hard for you to keep your hands off all of them, Gregory. But you know, I can't believe that you'd have a thing for a woman who is the same age as your daughter. But I guess everything makes more sense to me now than it did before. You did say that the job you do is impeccable, right?
How dare you, you evil little witch. Are you seriously trying to wind me up right now? How could you act so low? But I'm not surprised since you're so poor. You've got nothing else better to do. How on earth did you get this kind of information about me in my workplace? Why would you even go that far for? It makes no sense at all.
You know, apart from the photo I sent you, I've also got audio data of you having an affair. The day before yesterday, I finally received the results of the background check. I requested one because I wanted to know more about this man that was being so horrible to me, my son, and Kim. But you were right about one thing you said. If there was a problem with the family of the person who's getting married, then yes, there is cause for concern. You're in some deep trouble, Gregory.
Oh, cut it out, you stupid old hag. No one's going to believe a word you say about this. I'm a man with integrity and no one ever doubts me.
Oh, really? You think so? But I don't see how anyone could turn a blind eye to this. Besides, I've already spoken to your wife about this, and, well, it doesn't sound good. I wonder what's going to happen to you next, Gregory. I guess I'll just have to wait and find out, won't I? I knew there was something off about you, and I was right. You know, in cases such as this, you might be asked to pay some sort of compensation. I think you've caused a lot of heartache for your family. So you better prepare to pay up and pay up large. Why don't you actually go and talk to your family about this and sort it out, huh, Gregory?
Oh my God, I can't believe you right now, you evil woman. How could you go behind my back and tell my wife something like this? You'll not get away with doing this to me. You'll pay for what you did. I'm not losing my family. Not now, not ever. I bet your plan won't work and they'll come running to me about how horrible you've been. You better watch your back, Edith. You'll be the one who'll have to cough up money for compensation for making me feel distressed and frustrated. Just you wait. Hey, Kim. Are you there? This is urgent. You need to answer me right now. Reply to me this instant. I need to talk to you about something.
Oh, Dad, it's you. May I ask what's going on? What's with the urgency? What are you talking about? I'm kind of in the middle of something right now.
Don't say what you're talking about in that stupid little way you do. I think you know exactly what's going on here. I'm sure that evil woman has kept you in the loop. Anyway, this isn't about you right now. I've got a problem that I need to solve immediately. I can't get hold of your mother. She won't pick up her phone and I need to speak with her. She's been very annoying by avoiding my calls when she knows that she must answer when I ring her, no matter what she's doing. You need to get in touch with her right now.
Well, even though you didn't listen to her requests, you still try to boss us around like we're your employees. You can't treat us like this, Dad. It's not right.
How dare you? It's only natural for you to listen to me as I'm your father. You're such a misguided young woman. It's so annoying to deal with, and I'm so sick of you. First of all, I can't believe that you'd choose the son of a mother who does nothing but sabotages people's lives. It's awful, and you should have known better. How dare you do anything behind my back? You didn't even consult me about anything you were doing with Jack. It's disgusting and unladylike.
But how about we put into each other's words? Do I even have permission to date whoever I want, Dad? Have you even thought about that for me? I've got a brain, you know.
What the heck is with your attitude right now? Where is this sort of nonsense coming from? My daughter is supposed to obey me. Don't be so cocky.
We're not dealing with my relationship with Jack right now. This is about you, Dad. Is it true that you were cheating on Mom? Why would you do something like that to her? What has she ever done to you? She has been nothing but a loyal and trustworthy wife to you. She's gone into complete shock and she doesn't want to talk about it.
Okay, I understand that she's probably a little upset right now. But I'll explain it all to her so that she understands. Please just convince her to contact me right away. Not only would it be stupid for her to not talk to me about this, but it would also be inconsiderate of her to not hear me out. Please tell her to call me Kim.
You've got to be kidding me with this crap right now, Dad. Do you really think that if you get angry that we'll listen to what you have to say? This is an absolute joke, right? It's true that I've always done what you've told me to do up until now, but I've had enough of this, Dad. Mom and I are not your servants, and we don't want to deal with your crap.
I don't understand, Kim. Why are you being like this towards me all of a sudden? You've always rolled over and listened to what I've said.
Of course, as a daughter, I'm really glad that you were able to provide for this family since I was born, but Dad, you've never listened to my opinion on things. I am sick of you not listening to me. It's disrespectful, and I've had it up to here with you. Don't interfere in my future life ever again, or you'll be sorry.
How dare you act so selfish? Whatever do you mean? Of course I've listened to you. For many years I have. Did that evil witch say something to you, Kim? You do realize that everything that Edith says is a lie, right? None of it is true. She's just brainwashing you. You shouldn't listen to what she says. It's not necessary.
Of course I've been listening to her, Dad. She understands me a lot more than you do. She gets the feelings that I have for Jack and respects me a lot. Dad, do you have any idea as to why Edith has raised Jack on her own for so long? Did you ever ask her why she was a single mother, or did you just assume things about her?
What on earth are you talking about? I told you to not get in contact with her and stay away from her. You did the exact opposite of what I said. How dare you? I assume the reason why she's single is because her partner run out of affection for her because she's so bossy and annoying, right? I bet that he ran off because he knew that he was too good looking for her and that he didn't want to be with someone as ugly as her.
Oh, Dad, how could you say something so horrible? You've got no empathy for anyone, have you? It's unbelievable how you treat people. Her fiancé unfortunately passed away in a horrible accident not long before they went to go and register their marriage at the courthouse. You should never assume anything, Father. At the time, she was pregnant, and basically she lost the father of her unborn child. And then her parents turned around and told her something really horrible. Because they're quite a traditional family, they said that she shouldn't try looking for a new marriage partner because of her being pregnant. She would end up being a single mother, having a child all on her own. She had no choice but to give birth to her child by herself with no help from her partner.
I should have known that something like this was going to happen. No man would really want to marry a woman who was heavily pregnant. It would be weird.
Ugh, thanks, Dad, for your lovely words of wisdom. Not. I had a feeling that you were going to say something horrible like that. You've got no remorse for anyone. It seems like Edith was a very obedient child, just like me, I guess. She grew up only listening to what her parents had to say and didn't think about how she could live her own life. But when she started hearing more and more crap from them, she rebelled for the first time so that she could protect her unborn child from them. So in the end, she cut herself off from her family since they didn't want her to have a dead man's baby and raise that child she gave birth to on her own. That's how she has her wonderful boy Jack today. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life, and I'd be lost without him. I respect her so much.
You do realize that story that she told you could be complete and utter nonsense, right? But I assume that's why she lived in poverty and struggled as a single mother. It was her own doing by getting pregnant in the first place and also leaving her parents. She brought that situation on herself. How stupid of her. Do you realize that you can't just do anything in this world just by looking pretty, okay? You need to have brains, and you and her obviously don't.
Is that really how you see me, Dad? As a stupid little girl? You're kidding me, right? How dare you talk about me like that when I'm your only daughter? Is this really how you judge people? Before you even know them and just look down on them all the time? I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself, Dad. You and Edith are completely different, and your parenting skills are completely different too. She raised Jack to be a good man, and she is kind to other people, especially me. All because I never got that kindness from you when I was growing up. She actually respects my feelings and supports me in whatever I do, which is so great. She doesn't order people around or tries to manipulate people's feelings like you do, Dad. She doesn't act like a commander in the army or whatever. You know what, Dad? I really don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. You're so bad for my emotional and mental health, and I can't stand you.
Okay, you've been saying a lot for a while now, so let me speak, alright? I say and do these things for your own good, Kim. You're my daughter, and you should respect me. It's also common sense that you should listen to what I've got to say, because my opinion is very important, and it should trump many other people's opinions. I've been telling you this for a long time, okay? So let it sink back in so that you can think clearly for once. You need to listen to me and listen good, little lady. You're not going to marry that boy because, for one, he's bad news, and I bet he's not going to do anything financially to support you. He's just a useless piece of work. Do you really think things are going to go smoothly for you if you marry him and deny other men who are a better match for you? I picked them so you know they're going to be good. They are fit, strong men who you'll obey and support them while they go to work and earn the big bucks. You hardly have to do anything but listen and obey them, Kim. Don't you see how easy your life will be if you do that? As you know, Edith is talking crap, and so is Jack as well. Don't listen to them, Kim. They're brainwashing you.
That's it, Dad. Shut up. I'm so over this. How dare you speak so poorly of other people? I'm allowed to make my own decisions, and I intend to do so. And that's whether you like it or not. You've got no right to match me with any of your stupid colleagues. I know what they're like, and I bet they'll do nothing for me. All they'll do is sleep around behind my back because they think they can do whatever they like. Just like you did with my mom. I feel so sorry for her. She's really a lost soul now.
How dare you talk to me like that? Just because you're an adult now doesn't mean I can't punish you for what you say to me. Now tell your mother to contact me or else.
No, I won't. She doesn't want anything to do with you, Dad. In fact, neither do I, for that matter. I don't need a father like you in my life. Edith fulfilled that role better than you did this week. You know what? I'm done with this entire family. I no longer want to be here anymore. It's over. This family is finished. You've ruined it, Dad, and things will never be the same again. I hope that Mom takes you for everything you've got, since there's a lot of evidence of you cheating on her. I bet she'll get a lot of compensation out of you.
What do you mean this family's finished? That's not true, is it? Please don't be like this, Kim. Things can change, and I can change things. I'll make things better.
No, you won't. You say that, but it never gets better, so stop lying to me and to yourself. Also, you heard what I said before. I'm done with this family. I've got a better and more loving family to be with. I am leaving this house, and I am not coming back ever again. You better have a good lawyer in your contacts list, Dad.
But Kim, don't do this. Don't leave me for that poor family. They won't be able to support you. You'll be on the streets before you know it. Please, you're my only daughter, and we've got a good relationship, don't we? Please let us make up and start over again. We can do that, right? Please don't leave the house.
It's too late, Dad. You've ruined everything. I hope that you get what you deserve. I hope that no one listens to you ever again, so you'll know how I felt as a daughter. Don't ever try and contact me ever again. From now on, I am no longer your daughter, and you're no longer my father. You're just some hotshot boss with no love to give. After that horrific conversation that Kim and Gregory had, he seems to be at his wit's end when it comes to finding a new job for himself. He needs one to help pay for his alimony and the debts that he owes his family. However, he let his pride get in the way too much of searching, so he had a hard time deciding what to do as a job. The rumors have been going around that he's now living a very poor life. One that he's never been used to before, since everything has been given to him on a silver platter all his life. He finally found a job working as a day laborer. He's never done any housework in his life, so he doesn't know how to clean, do laundry, or even cook a decent meal. In the end, the expenses piled up really quickly, and he was unable to pay back the money to the people that he owed. Recently, he tried to get back together with his wife, but she didn't want to hear anything he had to say and kicked him out immediately after. Apparently, he ran off when he got told that the police would be called if he ever tried to come by the house ever again. It sounds like Gregory will continue to spend time in solitude, away from his friends and his family. Whilst all this bad stuff is happening to Gregory, Kim and her new husband Jack are enjoying the life they've made with each other. They're soon expecting their first child and can't wait until it's born to play and hold it. They went to get an ultrasound and saw that it'll be a little girl. She's already very cute, and they're looking forward to her growth in the future. Edith is deeply moved to finally be a grandmother. She'll continue to support and watch over her son and his new wife so that nothing bad happens to them again.